Hello everyone, this is Amrita and you're watching Techsathi. As you guys already know, Realme has launched yet another budget phone under its Narzo series. The realme Narzo 50 is available in Nepal for Rs 26,499 and it is quite a player among phones under Rs 30,000. So in this video, we will review this phone and give our verdict on whether you should buy it or not. First of all, let's start with what comes inside its box. Like all the other phones in the Narzo series, this one also comes in a bright blue packaging. So inside it, we have the phone in a speed blue color, a 33-watt charging adapter, a Type-C cable and a transparent phone case, followed by some paperwork. Now let's start with reviewing the design first. As mentioned earlier, this phone we have is in a speed blue color, which looks rather unique. One thing I really liked about this phone is its size and thickness. It's extremely lightweight with only about 8.5mm thickness. The design is really sleek with blue back panel and round edge. Talking about the buttons and ports, on the right side we have a power button with fingerprint sensor and on the left side we have volume buttons. Similarly, at the bottom we have a charging port, speakers, microphone and a headphone jack. The back side is completely matte and it's not a fingerprint magnet unlike other phones, and that is something I really love. So it has a triple camera placement at the back and here it has a little Narzo branding. And in the screen it has a punch hole for the selfie camera. Overall, I think it looks quite fine and ergonomic, but for its color option, the black one looks even better. Moving on, let's talk about the battery. I know we normally save battery for last, but this time I could not help talking about it. If you are thinking of buying this phone, you must know that this is a power beast. The 5000 mAh battery paired with a fast charger makes life so much better and easier. Not kidding guys, the phone lasted me for almost 30 hours on heavy uses of applications like social media, camera and yes, video conferencing. Talking about charging, it took about an hour to fully charge itself from 5%. I mean, that's amazing. So I think for people who are crazy about phones with a good battery, this is it. Now let's talk about its display. The smartphone has a 6.6 inches full HD LCD panel with a 120Hz refresh rate and 180Hz touch sampling rate. It comes with 480 nits peak brightness, 2412 x 1080 resolution and 90.8% screen to body ratio. At first look, the display seems bright and vibrant. With time, I also realized that its touch is super responsive and switching between apps is also smooth. If you watch some videos, you will find that the color tone is really vibrant and nice. In a nutshell, I am super impressed with its refresh rate and display as a whole. Moving on to performance, like most Realme smartphones, the Realme Narzo 50 also comes running under realme UI 3.0 based on Android 12. And we have to say this guys, the latest version of Realme's custom skin has made noticeable improvements all along. It is much more fluid with a handful of customization options. It has that privacy indication that Google introduced with Android 12. The new UI 3.0 comes with fluid space design, UI personalization, smoother animation, always-on display, and more privacy features. All of these make Realme UI 3.0 a very seamless experience. Talking about the hardware, having experienced the Helios G96 SoC in the past, we knew what to expect even before we started using the Narzo 50. As expected, performance isn't an issue here. I was able to run several apps without any issue or lag. The smartphone has a gaming mode too, which allows you to choose styles and notification settings for your games. If I am being honest, high graphic intensive gaming is not an issue since the phone is relatively new and we only used it for about 2 weeks. But I would not want to assure you on this since these things cannot be decided in just 2 weeks. Lastly, the positive thing is Realme UI 3.0 and Helios G96 processor paired together. We used this phone in the 6GB RAM and 128GB storage variant and we are quite happy. We also conducted some benchmark tests and the results were pretty impressive. Look out for yourself. Now let's talk about its camera. Starting from its selfie camera, the 16-megapixel shooter takes good images. However, the photos look quite beautified even after we turn off the beauty mode. Although Realme had specified that the selfie camera can shoot videos of 1080 pixels at 30 fps, the reality is quite different. It's true that it can take good pictures, but for videos, I would not recommend it. Nevertheless, the phone has a good enough rear camera. The camera setup comes with different modes such as portrait mode, AI scene enhancement, pro expert mode, ultra macro, and so on. The 50 megapixels primary lens is capable of shooting high quality images, and the color tone is also pretty nice. Not the best, but nice. And the HDR mode also worked decently. Sadly, the nighttime pictures and videos are quite disappointing as they do not look crisp. Again, I'm quite disappointed about the portraits because the images shot under portrait mode look really, what do we say it, fake. Another interesting thing is that in this phone, Realme has included 2 macro sensors, but I think an ultra-wide lens could have been so much better. We have come towards the end of this video, and to give my final verdict, I think the phone is quite decent, but it comes with its own set of pros and cons. If you look at its performance and battery, I'm sure that these things will definitely impress you. But again, it has some lacking when it comes to camera. Otherwise, the performance is good, the battery is powerful, and it has a high refresh rate. But the only thing lacking is its camera. Overall, the performance of Narzo 50 can be called decent as it performs all the daily tasks quite well. These include attending the calls, browsing videos, accessing the internet, and even gaming. So guys, if those things are your main priority in a phone, this is a steal deal. And that's it guys. If you like this video, do not forget to give us a thumbs up and leave your comments on what you think of this phone. Bye bye, and do not forget to subscribe to Techsathi.